Thanks. Great football game tonight. Big win for us down here at Notre Dame in a great environment. Basically just very, very excited about our football team and what we were able to accomplish. Came down here and felt like we needed to win on toughness. I thought we did that. We had to be able to run the football. We were able to do that, come up with some explosive plays. I think the three turnovers to one probably makes a big difference in the football game as well. Thought we played pretty solid in special teams other than that one kickoff return at the beginning of the game, which was negated with the penalty. So, big win. We take it from here. We start to develop an identity. Tyler O'Connor plays well, shows some moxie, made some big plays. Donnie Corley, huge catch in the end zone. 2-point conversion after it sort of sends us going. Big third quarter, great rally by Notre Dame. Deshaun Kaiser has a great fourth quarter, and the third great fourth quarter, very poised. And you don't count teams out. When you play the people of quality of Notre Dame, you don't count them out. So I'll take some questions.
Mark, on the reception that kind of clinched it, the 28-yarder. Did you guys was that called for that coverage, or did he just read that right to get into that space?
I think it's covered. I think they rolled up on him cover two there, and he slipped it in there in the little seam there. Probably a little underthrown, but Corley makes a nice adjustment on the football and makes the catch. Big play, huge play, especially the way the momentum had turned.
Mark, talk about RJ's play a little bit after that.
R.J. Shelton, right after that, I think it's 3rd and 4, I believe. Breaks a tackle and scoots. And he's done a nice job with that, his entire career here. And, I keep saying if we have great football teams, seniors got to have their best years. And you saw an example of that right there. I thought that was sort of a game-winning type play. Again, we would have had to punt it down there. They would have had about 30 seconds left. But, things happen. So we were able to seal it up.
Mark, you got a couple guys going both ways, Brandon Clemens, Paul Lyles. Is it kind of just a hands on deck kind of thing?
Well, both those guys, we felt like we needed to have some help in the defensive front a little bit. Jamal has played, both those guys have played for us on the defensive line, so they know the system. And we felt like, they would give us a little boost, so we got them in there and allowed them their plays to take shape on offense a little bit and be able to make the move. So I'm not sure how they played. I think Jamal played very well. I'm not sure on Brandon, but it gave us added depth, which I think was a positive.
Mark, can you that 16-minute stretch, end of the first half, first 11 minutes of the third quarter, very dominating. Have you had a stretch like that since 2013? Can you think of another stretch that you can compare it to? And is that what you were kind of waiting to see if this offense could do?
Well, I can't think of that right now, but a lot of points off of turnovers, big run, very dominant performance in that area. Got to close it out. It got tougher and tougher in the fourth quarter to run the football. But, again, you get to give credit to Notre Dame and their coaching staff and the way that they played, and they kept playing, and they fought their way back into the football game and were right there at the end, really.
Mark, take me into a coach's head when they start making a little bit of a run and your offense comes out and stalls and then they score the second.
You really want to know that?
I do.
Yeah, it's tough. That wave starts to roll on you just like it started to roll on them in the third quarter, and it's tough to stop them. They get their momentum going, and they're making some plays and made some nice catches, had good coverage on the guys a couple times, made great catches, great throws. But we found a way. We got them down on the, I thought a big play in the game was obviously, I think it was 3rd and 4. We sacked them, made it like 4th and 7, 4th and 8. And so there was a punt, and we were able to keep the football.
Coach, the rhythm of your offensive line, it was night and day from the Furman game. I know you spent a lot of time on that these last few weeks. Can you take us through exactly what you did and how it manifested itself on the field?
Well, that was our first game, and, we've had one game in 6 weeks, so I've been saying all along, practice makes perfect. So we've been working. We had a little extra time to work, and, when you don't play well and people sort of write you off a little bit, you have a tendency to maybe rise up a little bit. So I think that's what we did. I think we came into this football game with something to prove. We talked all along that we needed to measure up, and I thought we did that.
Coach, Gerald Holmes lost his grandmother recently. I said it meant a lot when you gave him the ball in the fourth quarter to run out the clock. What went into that decision for you to give him the ball?
Yeah, G lost his grandmother Friday, and so that was difficult for him. So our thoughts and our prayers are with him and his family. As far as giving him the ball, really, he's a hot back. We're going to give the hot back the ball. I don't care really who runs it, but he got hot, and so we're gonna give him touches. I'm not sure how many he got, but both of them ran for over 100 yards.
Did you expect Danny Cooley to be able to have a game like this early in his career? And were you trying to hide him at all early, or not show him anything?
Yeah, I expect Donnie to have those type of games. He's a great football player. He's playing. He's worked himself into basically a starting role, I'd say starting role, semi-starting role. Big catch in the end zone, pulled it away from a guy, and a big catch at the end of the game where he's got to adjust to an underthrown ball. So 2 big plays in the game. I think he had one other. But he's that type of player. He is that type of player. We've got a lot of other good players that are going to make plays as well, but this was his time at this point in time.
Mark, early in the game, you go for it on a 4th down in your own territory. You go for 2 out of the gate, very aggressive. And then can you talk about those 2 decisions, and then also the trying to think in terms of taking your foot off a little bit as you look at the clock in terms of when to stay aggressive, how much to let up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's 39-6. You're just saying, let's just play good defense, not give them big ones, and, let's milk the clock a little bit. And, that's pretty much what we did until, it got within 15, and then we had to play the game a little bit. We still ran the ball, take some time off the clock, but I thought we had to play the game. So, we went up top on Dancer on that last 3rd down, and, thought we played pretty well going up top. We played pretty well.
Coach.
Yeah, it's early in the game. We came here to win. Our MO was we came here to win. I just kept saying it the whole time. We came here to win. Just win.
Coach, you said
we're going to have to take it, calculate a risk. Sorry.
no problem. Sorry. You said in your opening comments you're still looking to develop an identity. What do you think it is right now, and what do you hope it will be?
Well, we're able to run the ball. We've had big plays. I thought we played pretty well defensively. We certainly took a step from our first game. And we came down and we played a good football team away from home in a great environment and on a national TV, national stage. And you got to be able to measure up in those times. When the lights come on, you got to be able to make plays when the lights come on, big time. And I think most of our players, whether it's this game or other games in our schedule, they sit here and they dream about these opportunities. These are life moments for our players. So they'll remember this when we came to Notre Dame and we did this and we won. This is a life moment for them, and this will be a great experience that they'll draw on, I think, for the rest of their life. I mean, that's just the way these big games are, whether they're at our place or whether they're away or a Big Ten championship game or a bowl game. So we can build on those things.
Mark, what was the conversation on the sideline when Brian punted there at the end?
On my sideline?
Yeah, with the offense going back out.
We just needed to get a first down. We knew we needed to get a first down. I thought, you can play it either way. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. The way they were playing defense, if they would have punted it right back to us, we would have punted it right back to them. They get the ball again with probably, 2 minutes to go. So you can't fault that decision, I don't think. These are tough decisions that you have to make, split-second decisions. But, is it the opposite way? If the game's over if they don't win on 4th and 7. So that's what they decided to do. It was working for them.
We have time for 2 more. We got players in
Yeah.
the hallway. Can you talk about the play of Tyson Smith and his ability to come in and play?
Yeah, Tyson played in there, and I'm not sure how he did, but he probably played a lot of plays, and we had to roll people with their no-huddle offense a little bit. So I thought he played hard, and he played pretty well. Yeah.
Mark, coming in here, what areas of the Notre Dame defense do you think you'd be able to exploit?
Well, I think when you're a coach, you always look for things that maybe you can take advantage of. They had some people down. They're playing with young players in the secondary. You thought maybe we could throw the ball effectively. But we also have pretty good tailbacks. So we also need to continue to have our identity and not just be a pass-first team. We got to be a 50-50 type team, and I think we tried to stay balanced for the most of the game. We were probably pretty balanced, and then until we were up 39-6, and I think it weighed heavily towards the run then.
Coach, you mentioned life moments and rising to the occasion. Not everyone always rises to the occasion on those big moments. What was it about some of these younger guys that you think allowed them to not be fazed by the stage they were on tonight?
We got good players. They dream of these opportunities. They're not afraid to step out into the light a little bit. That's why they're playing early. We got good seniors. Our seniors have always carried us. You look at Tyler O'Connor, a big game from him. He's a senior. So you look at some other different things that went on out there. So we got. It's tough to say these things without seeing the film, but I thought our guys played very confidently. Even at the end, I'm not sure if their coach was confident totally, okay, but yeah, that big wave was rolling. But we found a way, and our guys kept playing, and we just said, hey, we got to play the game. Play the game. Can't just go into our pockets. We got to continue to play the game, and I thought we made plays at the end of the game, which allowed us to win.
Did you see the right indicators, I guess, throughout the last 2 weeks? And were you surprised at all by the way some of them performed?
No. We have good football players, and we have a good team. So, again, we got to form an identity as we move forward.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.